Yo, how's it going, guys? We're back and we're better. Holy fucking shit. What a weekend. Um, a couple of amazing performances from Stafford, from McCaffrey, from Devontae Adams. Devontae Smith had a great game. Jalen Hurts threw for 300 yards. Um, who else had a crazy game? Trey McBride had a crazy game. Josh Jacobs. Um, I'm missing one more. One more guy had a crazy, crazy game. Oh, the guy with over 200 rush yard. Jahmyr Gibbs. There you go. He went crazy. Over 200. We've seen three running backs go over 200 all-purpose yards this year. It's only week 7. So I think that's pretty crazy. Um, it's in the Safari. So like if you want to pull it down and then hit Safari. But we will go through the recaps and the betting of the spreads in this episode. You know what? I think we're just gonna do everything. We're just gonna make one big video, fantasy, betting the spreads, and a recap. Say everybody the time. Okay, let's go ahead to the recap. Um, yeah, hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay, first off, we went 8-7 last week. Got it up to 42 and 51. We'll see about this week. I did count it at 7-5 before the Monday night games, so we did very well. Didn't start off well the week though. We had Pittsburgh minus 4.5. Bengals, Joe Flacco took it to him, took it to the defense. Even though Warren had a good game, they I don't know, something was just they could they just couldn't guard Jamar Chase. 16 catches, 161 yards, 23 targets. Ridiculous. So, and then T. Higgins had a nice game. We're expecting good things from the Bengals, so let's just see how they respond. The Steelers, however, they fall a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Their defense has to step it up. It's so uncharacteristic for them to be giving up these plays, but um, Jalen Ramsey got cooked. Uh, he had nothing for Jamal Chase. Um, I don't know if you guys seen the video that's out there, and he's like, "I got one," or he got or something. He was just talking shit. Not not great. So yeah, 0-1 to start week 7. What can you do? This game of the week, this game was so crazy. Um, I probably rewatched the highlights probably like 3 times. They do have the full fourth quarter. It's 53 minutes. I gotta get on that one eventually. But they started to run the ball in the second half. J.K. Dobbins had some nice runs. Um, but shout out to Bo Nix. Look at that 33 in the fourth quarter. Um, mhm. Damn, not everybody knows. All the 8 people that watch it. I'm too lazy. Okay. But yeah, Dart had a great game. I saw how they were gonna play like in the preseason, and I like the Giants, and I usually don't like them. I think they have a nice foundation. Had a great draft. So we'll see next year with Malik Neighbors. Because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the Giants season's over. They have I think five straight winning record teams playing them. Six if you consider I mean if you count the Broncos, but they have five more, and then their next easiest game is against the Vikings. So, and that's like week 13. So sucks, but it sucks to suck. And Giants fans talking so much shit. So it's good to see their comeuppance. So we took the Giants +7. We knew it was going to be a tough game. So that was an easy. It was +7.5 actually. So 1-1. Okay, going over to London, we absolutely shit the bed on this one. They garbage time touchdown. That's crazy. You would think that would they would have Stafford on here, but because all of his touchdown passes were like at the goal line, he didn't accumulate that much yards, but that's crazy. Five touchdowns, and then Devontae 35 yards for three touchdowns. That's crazy. Yeah, shout out to the Rams playing really well. We fucked it up right there. Jags 4-3. Not the end of the world, but Trevor Lawrence got to play better. Um, and man, they just weren't running the ball because they were just down so fast, so they weren't able to give it to ETN. Okay, go on to the next game. We took New Orleans +4.5. Shout out to really the run game, DeAndre Swift. Look at that, 19 for 124, playing out of his mind for back-to-back weeks now. Bears finding out who they are, running the rock a little bit. I like it. So, shout out to Spencer Rattler for not giving up. Olave, not bad. Okay, so we are 1-3. Yep, just the Bronco game we got. Okay, next game. This one I fucking hate the Miami Dolphins. Um, they just got three picks from Tua. I mean, it's the worst. It's one of the worst teams in the league right now, the Miami Dolphins. And they were playing, I mean, a rookie quarterback that just was handing off the ball to Judkins, another rookie. Shout out to Judkins. Started off slow, but three touchdowns. Just played amazing. I actually was playing against him in fantasy. So very, very tough. Mike McDaniels, will he make it through the season? No, he won't. Okay, so 1-4, terrible. We took the Raiders +12.5. Man, that was a horrible pick. It happens though. I thought they would be playing a little bit closer, but just Gino so trash. So, oh well. We skipped this one. So we were 1-5, right? One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Then we took the Patriots -6.5. Easy dub right there. Shout out to Drake May. Shout out to Stephon Diggs playing playing really well. Ramondre Stevenson bounce back game, 18 for 88. We like that. So um it was close at first, and then they just kind of pulled away with it. So shout out to New England. So yeah, we were 2-5. Going to the Eagle game, Eagles -1.5. They were scaring me for a little bit. Very consistent, but it was a little closer than I wanted it to be. And then Wentz just kind of gave that game away, unfortunately. But shout out to the Eagles. The Dallas Goedert didn't get the ball that much, but it was Devontae and AJ Brown coming out party. So good for them. Good for Jalen. Hopefully they can bounce back and start looking like the Super Bowl team that they are. Okay. Next game we had, so that made us 3-5. Next thing we had Carolina minus 1.5. Easy. Jets, terrible. The owner of the Jets talking mad shit about his own team. Um, ah, I feel bad for those guys, but at the same time, they knew exactly what they wanted to do. This is who Aaron Glenn, that's who they signed up for, and vice versa. So it sucks. The Jets suck. Shout out to the Panthers, though. Bryce Young didn't play well. Didn't need it. 13 points. It's enough to beat the Jets, apparently. Okay, so that got us to so that brought us up to 4-5. Then we had the Colts plus 1.5. This is the easiest cover. I told you guys, this is a lock. Easy lock. Shout out to Danny Dimes. Shout out to Jonathan Taylor. Um, just uh, you could say they're the best team in the league right now, and you would have a good case. So Herbert played out of his mind, but the defense let him down. Unfortunately, they had, I think he had at least one interception. Um, so this is not good enough from the Chargers defense, unfortunately. So that brings us up to 5-5 right there. We took Dallas plus 1.5. I just had a feeling because Dak is playing so well and we're playing the Cowboys this week. Um, they just, man, they're a scary team. CeeDee Lamb came back 5 for 110, and he was supposed to play last week, and he waited because he wanted to be 100%. So shout out to CD. Shout out to the Cowboys offense, um, playing really well. I knew they would have their way with the Commanders. The Commanders not having Jaden Daniels really, really hurts them. Not 100% like doing his rhythm stuff, and it's just not going to be good enough because right now I think I heard right they're 10th in the NFC after being I think the 3 seed last year. So they're uh they're down bad right now. And then I see that Jaden Daniels is questionable for this weekend too. So very, very scary times for the Commanders. They are 3-4, so not the worst record they could get back, but it's not looking good. Well, okay, so that brought us up to one, two, three, four, five, six. So that brought us up to 6-5, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, 6-5. Then Arizona covered 6.5. Let's go. 7-5. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett finding Trey McBride. And those corner routes are all day with that guy. So shout out to him. You look at that 10 for 72, 74, 2 touchdowns. Very, very good. But Josh Jacobs taking it home. We need to see more from Jordan Love's passing offense because they, they're just not they're not scary enough to be considered a top echelon team. They're 4-1-1. That's fantastic. So let's hope they just could continue rattling off good wins like this, but they need to start connecting. Throw it to Romeo Dobbs. Thank you. Okay, that brought us up to fucking. Hey, I can't count, guys. I'm sorry. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So 7-5. Atlanta. I took Atlanta plus 2.5. Fucking assholes. 200 yards from Christian McCaffrey. Oh, I didn't know it. That was 200. He had 200 as well. Wow. So I make that 4 running backs. That's crazy. I think that's 4 times, but three running backs have done it, or whatever. Um, but yeah, they just couldn't run the ball. They were all over Bijan. He had a couple of nice runs, but they were peanuts. The game was out of reach. So, um, yeah, shout out to the Niners. Gotta trust them more. So that brought us down to 7-6. Tampa Bay plus 5.5. Oh man, that's tough. Brought us to 7-7. They could not run the ball. Um, and then Baker was getting hit, and it just wasn't good. So the DBs for the Lions definitely deserve credit, locking down what was left of the wide receiver report, but Baker's been dealing, so that can't be an excuse. Um, man, so sad to see Mike Evans break his clavicle. Very, very sad to hear about that. He's done for the season. I'm pretty sure he's done. They said he could come back at the end of the year, maybe if they're on a playoff run, maybe, but without Mike Evans, man, it's very limited in what they can do. So that brought us to 7-7, but we finish out with Seattle minus 3.5. Texans worst offense in the league, best defense in the league, which is crazy. And they have some stat. It said the first team through week 7 to have a losing record and having the number one overall defense. So that's crazy. So we finish 8-7 again this week. Let's go. We coming back. So now we're only 8 games below 500. I like it. We're coming back, guys. All right. Let's go to week 8. Okay. It was so I see. No, they're playing. Oh, they're playing at 10 a.m. I could have sworn it said Thursday when they were playing, but whatever. Okay, going in the first game Thursday night, we have the Vikings going against the Chargers. Um, Vikings coming off a tough loss to the Eagles. Chargers coming off even worse loss to the Colts. Who's gonna be the bounce back beneficiary? I'm gonna say the Chargers. Only because they have a better quarterback, and that's literally the only reason why. Okay. Next one, we have the Dolphins going against the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons minus 7.5. Whew. Lines at 44.5, so they're thinking it's going to be a regular scoring game. Now, on its face, I don't like it because I think the 7.5 is too much. I just think that the Dolphins have just quit. They just quit on this man. They quit on Tua. They quit on McDaniel. And then Atlanta is like, let's just put them out of their misery. Let's go with ATL minus 7.5. Let's go. Which sucks because both of these teams fucked it up for me last week. So I don't want to bet on either of them. But I guess you have to. Next one, the Jets going against the Bengals. The Bengals minus 6.5. Um, I think they're gonna put up points. So yeah. Damn, I'm taking straight chalk right now. I don't like it. However, if there is a team that can cover because the Bengals are bad, I mean, no, it's just because the Bengals are bad. It has nothing to do with the Jets being relevant or good at all. No, it doesn't. Okay. Next one we have the Browns going against the Patriots. Patriots minus 6.5. Oof. I think it's gonna be a close game. Give me Cleveland to cover because you need to have some games covered. And I think they're just gonna be stymied and hopefully they can just keep it close. But yeah, I don't like it at all. They do have it at 40.5, so they do think it's gonna be a low scoring game. So let's hope for the best. There's hope for 10-13. All right, next one, the Giants versus the Eagles. Eagles minus 7.5. We're gonna learn our lesson, and we're gonna take the Giants to cover. Um, Giants last 3 weeks covered the spread. Very, very good. So this is a rival they just played. They know very well. Um, I think they're gonna play them well. Even though it's gonna be a higher scoring game, I do think they're gonna play them tight. Okay. And if they don't, that's fine. I'd love it. Buffalo going against the Panthers. The Buffalo Billies are minus 7.5 in Carolina. Off rip, I don't like that. The Bills haven't been that good. They're coming off of a bye week, so that's good. However, Panthers coming off of a gritty win. Their quarterback didn't play well, so maybe they're considering that they're just gonna get blown out. But the Panthers have Rico Dowdle. So no, I don't think they will. Carolina. They love these 7.5 spreads. They love them. Okay. Then we have the Bears going against Baltimore. Baltimore coming off the bye as well. Ooh, I don't think they're 6.5 points better. Not a big Caleb Williams fan, but you have to respect what the Bears are doing with Swift, the O line, the defense. Their kicking game has been exceptional. So I, I'm gonna take Chicago to cover, guys. I'm sorry. Nice. Okay. Next one, we have the 49ers versus Houston. Houston minus 1.5. Again, why? Why? What have they deserved to do that? They don't. Give me San Fran to cover. Okay. Next one, the Bucks going against the Saints and the Bucks, excuse me, minus 3.5. Bucks coming off a very bad loss. Will they be able to bounce back against a feisty New Orleans team who kind of has their number, but now that they don't have Mike Evans, it's hard to say that they're going to be pulling away. It's not going to be more of the same. Okay, we're going to trust Tampa Bay, but I am scared about this one. Minus 3.5. I'm scared because they're division rivals. However, that hasn't always been um, a more accurate measurement. Okay, game of the week. I'm assuming the Cowboys going against your Broncos. Broncos minus 3.5. Ooh, the over under is 50. There's gonna be some points scored in this game. They're assuming. Damn, tickets are 300. Damn, most expensive tickets this weekend. That's funny. Um, Give me the Cowboys to cover. Sorry. I'm playing with house money. Okay. If the Broncos blow them out, I'm happy as hell. If the Cowboys play them close, I get my pick right. If the Cowboys win, I get my pick right, and I'm a little sad. But I get my pick right. So that's good. Okay. Colts minus 14 and a half against the Titans. Oh man, poor Titans. I'm gonna take the Colts here. They just playing too damn good. Okay. And there's six teams on bye weeks this week. It doesn't feel like that. There feels like there's a lot of games. Oh, there's only one Monday night game. I guess that kind of helps. Okay. Last two games here. Green Bay going against Pittsburgh. This is my best friend's bowl. That's funny. Um, minus 3.5 for Green Bay. Ah, just based on how bad they played, I'm gonna lean Green Bay, but mm, my friend just texted me that Cooper Flag has got me zero fantasy points. I have to actually check that to see if that's true. Okay, give me the Steelers to cover. I'm gonna give them one more chance. Okay. And then we had the Commanders going against the Chiefs. The Chiefs. Um, Chiefs minus 12 and a half. Yeah, like I was saying, Jaden Daniels probably not going to be playing. I'm gonna take the Chiefs to cover. Well, that's that. All right, guys. That'll be the end of betting the spread segment. We'll hop over right over to the fantasy side. Now, this week in fantasy, your boy got his ass whooped. Um, in my 27 leagues, I went eight. I think I went 8 and 16, 8 and 17. I don't know if that's right. No, it's not. No, I went 8 and 19. That's what I did. The horrible, just absolutely terrible. I didn't want to talk about it, but we have to. We have to. I will go over to our money league here. And see what happened last week. Um, okay. Yep. So we had J Lo, we had Jacobs, we had Amon Ra do his thing, um, and then Jake Ferguson, and then Quentin Johnson had a solid game, but not good enough from my RB2. Just like how 4.2, that's just terrible. Drake London, the same thing. They weren't able to run the ball. So if you can't run the ball, you can't stay on the field, then you can't pass it. So very, very difficult for any receiver to do that. And then the Steelers, terrible, terrible decision to put the Steelers on. They were looking good because they did sack Joe Flacco 2 times in like the first two drives, like both to end the drive, I believe. And then after that, they just fucking went went berserk. I fucked up. Obviously, Bo Nix. crazy 30, 40 points almost. Tuck 17 points, and then Court 16 points. Like, man, very, very unfortunate. Um, it happens. And then this one, I was going against my boy Jose, and this one was embarrassing because I was winning the whole fucking weekend. Let's see. So yeah, so we have Jalen, Jamar, obviously 38, crazy. Uh, yeah, and that was it. I mean, oh, Jason Myers with 9, I'll take that all day. Rico, not a crazy great game. Pollard, I feel like anything Titans is just bad right now. Um, Hunter Henry, very underwhelming, but they were given the ball. That's the part of being a receiver. If other people have it going, you're not going to see the ball, unfortunately. And then Roma Dunze, very uncharacteristic from him not to have more than 5 points, but same thing. Like these wide receivers are very hit and miss. There's only so many that are guarantees, like Jamar Chase is. So we see this. The projections, look at that. 16.1 to 16.8. What did they actually do though? This is, I don't know.
I did all my paperwork for the landing officer.
Ooh, nice. Okay, and then we'll go to this last one. Oh no, we have to go to Mahi Orange Kush because unfortunately our perfect season came to an end. We played, I think we played the second place team, and I need to figure out what the fuck happened. Okay, so Montgomery, yeah, it was Jahmyr Gibbs Day apparently. Gainwell, 13 projection and 3 points, man. It was all Jalen Warren. Cooper Cup, terrible. Bourne, terrible. Ferguson, Vidal was okay. No, he's terrible. Broncos defense, not great. And then Bates did okay. Yeah, I had Tuck on the bench for that. That is on me because I mean I wouldn't have won anyway. Derrick Henry on the bench. Ebuka, he had 9. Yeah, I think because he was hurt. So, but this next week we're about to get everybody back. So let's go. So he was actually third. What are the one? I think this one I won. Let's let's leave on a good note. Yeah, that we won. Let's go. Let's see what happened. Okay, I'm right here. So Goff, ugh, not a great game from Goff. 10 points. Montgomery, same thing. Rashad White, very, very hard to run the ball if there's fucking 8 people in the box. So you can't blame that on Rashad. Jamar Chase obviously did his thing. Drake London, they have a lot of the same guys. Marvin Harrison Jr., very tough. I didn't draft that many Colts, so that's on me, guys. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, we had a well, we're in third place. Let's go. All right, guys. That will do it for this week. Thank you everybody for watching, keeping up, giving a fuck. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Take it easy, and as always, stay classy.